Hi, welcome back to my accordion hangout. We're going to go through some tips today on the song called Autumn Leaves. First of all, this song comes up right out of the Facebook. I'm going to post it as I speak and demonstrate some of my suggestions to you. So you'll see it on the screen. You'll see the old Facebook notation, and you'll see the new arrangement which I made. And what we do is we get started right away with an intro, okay? I fashioned one with two chords, E minor and A minor. And what I want to do here is show you how simple it can be, or perhaps how complicated it can be. So it's up to you, up to the player to be creative. E minor and A minor, two chords each. We're going to do it in quarter note form. All right, that's a 4-bar introduction. But what I did at the end is I left out three single rests, quarter note rests, because there are 3 pickup notes on this song. So you've got to, when you make your intro, you've got to provide for these 3 notes. They start before the song. So let me try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 again. See how that fits in like that? But what I've done, and now that's a simple type. I've made it a little more complicated by changing the 2 notes, the 2 chords, into 8th notes. Two, 3, 4. All right, let me try that now with the pickup notes. Okay, now, all right, so that's the intro in 8th notes. If you get a little snappy, you can do it in triplets. All right, so that's the intro. Let's go right into the song. Autumn Leaves is kind of a different format because there's 2 parts to it. There's an A part and there's a B. So 2 sections, A and B. And what I have here is 2 alternate A sections for you to play. I realize that you play this song once, you go through it, 2 parts, it's not too long. So then you want to play it again, you do, but what I want you to do is not play the same thing again, because it's going to get boring to the audience's ear. Many times, I've sat and listened to players with other musicians, and they'll go through the first chorus, and all of a sudden they'll go through the second chorus, and then the third, and it's repetitious. And comments are, oh, here it comes again. So I'm going to make it a little more lively for you, okay? Let's take section A. bridge, section B. Yeah, at the end I threw in what you probably recognize as the introduction. Makes it a little snappier at the end. So the whole song, again, let me do it from the intro, and then I'll do the whole song for you, and you can see how it sounds. Okay, so now keeping in mind what I said before about section A, section B, I arranged a second section A. It's not too difficult, it's fairly simple. You can do the same thing. You know, just play around with the melody and be creative. For instance, when I played it just a little while ago, you probably heard me do something like this. I'm kind of a nervous player, so I can't really stay on one note too long before I try something else. But you probably heard me do this. So what I was doing is I just doubled the melody. That's all I did. But I made it a little bouncy, on a bouncy side, like a skipping around, you know. But you had some bounce to the song. All right, so here's my first alternate section A, and it follows kind of the same ideas. That it's not a big deal, but it is different, and it will catch the ear of the audience differently. To the B section, which is the bridge. So you have another A section here. And it follows the chords of the song, section A. Excuse me. All right, so you play your second section A, and you get through the bridge, and I provided for another alternate section A for you. But this particular arranged section A is based upon the term that I use. It's called borrow. And what I mean by that, I want you to think about certain comedians, you know, they steal the other guy's jokes and they tell it a different way. Well, that's what happens with musicians occasionally. We all have to listen to others play, and we try to pick up some ideas or something like that. But borrowing is sometimes a little more. What I mean by that is you actually take a portion of a song and place it into your work. So what I've done here is I've taken a portion of the TV show MASH, and I've incorporated it into the chords of section A. So let's hear how that sounds. Section B. So, again, this is called borrow. The way I play this song sometimes, that's my arrangement. And this particular section that I stopped at, that's called Humoresque number 7. And I heard that before I made this up. However, I never knew it was written by a composer in 1853. And I researched it further, and apparently that particular song was meshed in a duet with Swanee River on the I Love Lucy show. So you see, some of these ideas, they come back and people borrow them, and that's what I did. I didn't even know I was borrowing it. I just heard it somewhere when I was a kid or something. So, okay, that's about it. I think you have enough material to work on. It can be quite challenging, but I want you to use your own creativity, and you can do it. I also would like you, if you haven't subscribed to me, I would like you to hit the button or whatever it is there to subscribe. I need to know if how many of you enjoy what I do. It also gives me some enlightenment, you know, it gives me inspiration. So, with all that in mind, I hope you picked up some tips here. And with all that said, I'll see you later. Have a great day.